Good morning, students. In today's lecture, we will discuss problems related to equilibrium of gases and atmospheric pressure. Our first problem is to prove that if the temperature in the atmosphere falls uniformly with the height ascended, means if we denote the temperature by T and the height ascended with Z, then dt by dz, that is a constant. The height of the station above the sea level is given by Z is equal to A into 1 minus h upon h naught whole raised to the power m. We are to prove this expression for the height of the station above the sea level. Here h and h naught are the readings of barometer at the station and at the sea level respectively, and A and M, these are constants. Now because we are given temperature in the atmosphere falls uniformly with the height ascended, so we can say that derivative of temperature with respect to height ascended, that is a constant. That constant we have denoted by minus lambda. Negative sign indicates the fall in the temperature. Now from here, integrating, we get the value of temperature which is given by T is equal to C minus lambda Z. Now to find the value of C, let us apply the condition, because at the sea level means where Z is 0. At sea level, let us take the value of temperature is T naught. So applying this condition here, putting Z is equal to 0 and T is equal to T naught, we get the value of C from here, which is T naught. Again, we can substitute this value of C here. So we get finally the value of temperature T, which is T naught minus lambda Z. Now, if we take P is the pressure at the height Z and rho is the density of the atmosphere, then the differential equation of pressure, that is given by dP is equal to minus rho into G into dz. Also, the pressure is given by K into rho into 1 plus alpha T. Now let us substitute the value of T from here in this equation. So we get P is equal to K into rho into 1 plus alpha T naught minus alpha lambda Z. Now let us divide these two equations. So we get dP upon P is equal to minus G dz upon K into 1 plus alpha T naught minus alpha lambda Z. Now let us integrate both sides. Integration of 1 by P, that is log P. Constant of integration we have denoted by D. Integration of this term, minus G upon K is constant, and 1 upon 1 plus alpha T naught minus lambda alpha Z. Its integration is log of the function 1 plus alpha T naught minus alpha lambda Z. Now, to eliminate D from here, let us suppose the value of pressure is P naught at the sea level. Means when Z is 0, we have taken the value of pressure as P naught. Applying this condition here, P is P naught and Z is 0. So we get the equation log of P naught is equal to D plus G upon K lambda alpha into log of 1 plus alpha T naught. Now from here we can find the value of D and substitute here. So finally we get log of P is equal to log of P naught minus G upon K lambda alpha into log of 1 plus alpha T naught plus G upon K lambda alpha into log of 1 plus alpha T naught minus alpha lambda Z. Shifting this term to left side, log P minus log of P naught, that will become log of P upon P naught. And from these two terms, let us take G upon K lambda alpha common and applying the formula log M minus log N, that is log M upon N. Now, let us put the values of P and P naught. Now by the formula, pressure is given by rho into G into H. Corresponding to the pressure P naught, the value of height is H naught. So P naught is given by rho into G into H naught and P is given by rho GH. Putting these values here, we get log of H by H naught is equal to G upon K lambda alpha into log of 1 minus alpha lambda Z upon 1 plus alpha T naught. Now here, this expression alpha lambda upon 1 plus alpha T naught, that is a constant. And to find the value of this expression from here, let us shift this term to the left side. And then finally, we get the value of H by H naught raised to the power K lambda alpha upon G, which is given by 1 minus alpha lambda Z upon 1 plus alpha T naught. Now from here, we can find the value of Z and taking this term as A because this term is constant. So finally, we have obtained the expression for the height of a station above sea level, which we have denoted by Z. So Z is given by A into 1 minus H upon H naught whole raised to the power M. Here A and M are constants. Now, our next problem is a cylindrical well of depth H and cross-sectional area A is maintained at constant temperature. Temperature is constant, so you can apply Boyle's law, which is given by P is equal to K into rho. P is pressure and rho is the density of the gas. Rho 1 and rho naught are the densities of the air at the top and the bottom of the cylindrical well. We are to show that total amount of air contained in the well is given by the expression A H into rho 1 minus rho naught upon log of rho 1 minus log of rho naught. Now let us start from the differential equation of pressure and using the formula P is equal to K rho because the temperature is constant. So by Boyle's law, we have P is equal to K rho. Differentiating this term, we get dP is equal to K into d rho. Now equating the two values of dP, one from the differential equation of pressure and another from here. So if we equate these two values of dP, we get the equation given by K d rho is equal to G into rho into dz. Separating the variables in rho on the left side, we get d rho upon rho is equal to G upon K dz. Now let us integrate both sides. Integration of 1 upon rho is log rho. G by K is constant. So the right side becomes G by K Z plus C. C is the constant of integration. Now, when Z is 0, we are given in the statement that the value of density is rho naught. So applying this condition here, we get the value of C, which is log of rho naught. Substituting this value of C here, we get the equation log of rho is equal to Gz upon K plus log of rho naught. Shifting this term to the left side and applying the formula log M minus log N, that will be log M upon N. So we get log of rho upon rho naught is equal to Gz upon K. So from here, by taking exponential function on both sides, we get the value of rho, which is given by rho naught into e raised to the power gz by k. Now, we are given that at the top of the cylinder, means when the value of z is h, the value of density is rho 1. So, we have from here, by putting z is equal to h and rho is equal to rho 1, we get the value of rho 1 upon rho naught, which is given by e raised to the power g h upon k. Now we have to find the mass of the air contained in the cylinder. Let us denote the mass of the air contained in the cylinder is m. So by the formula, mass is given by volume into density. So we have the formula for mass, which is given by integral a dz into rho and its integration from 0 to h. Putting the value of rho here, in here we have rho is rho naught into e raised to the power gz by k. So putting the value of density here and taking the constant terms outside of the integral. Here a, k, rho naught and g, these are constants. Integration of this term we have done, e raised to the power gz by k, and dividing by g by k in the denominator, which we have written outside, and applying the limits between 0 to h. So finally we have obtained the value of mass. Now to convert it into the required form, let us substitute the value of e raised to the power gh upon k, which is rho 1 upon rho naught from here. So putting the value of this term, we get the value of mass as a k rho naught upon g into rho 1 upon rho naught minus 1. Now we have obtained the value of mass. Now, according to the required expression, we will have to convert it into the form ah into rho 1 minus rho naught upon log of rho 1 minus log of rho naught. So we can use the equation 3. So from this equation, taking log on both sides, we get log of rho 1 upon rho naught is equal to gh upon k. So from here, we can find the value of g by k, and substituting here, we get the value of the mass in the required form. Now, our next problem is a bent tube of uniform bore, the arms of which are at right angles, revolves with constant angular velocity omega about the axis of one of its arms, which is vertical, and has its extremity immersed in water. We are to prove that the height to which the water will rise in the vertical arm is given by the expression pi upon rho g into 1 minus e raised to the power minus omega square a square upon 2k. Here, rho is the density of the water and a is the length of the horizontal arm, pi is the atmospheric pressure, and this k is the ratio of pressure of atmosphere to the density. Now, to prove this expression, let us consider this is a bent tube of uniform bore. These are the arms of the tube which are at right angle. These arms are OA and OB. The tube revolves about the axis of the vertical arm, means about this arm OB. Let us take a point P in OA at a distance r from O. Now let us find the value of pressure of the air at this point. So that is given by the formula dP is equal to rho omega square r dr. Here pressure is given by K into rho. Rho is the density of the air. So dividing these two equations, we get the value of dP upon P, which is omega square r dr by K. Integrating both sides, we get the value of log P is equal to omega square. Integration of r is r square by 2. This K is constant. C is the constant of integration. Now, to eliminate this C from this equation, because we are given that at the point A means where value of OA is equal to A, and here because at this end A is open, so here the pressure will be same as the atmospheric pressure. So the value of P is same as pi. Pi means atmospheric pressure. So applying this condition here means when R is A, value of pressure is atmospheric pressure. Putting here, we get the value of C. And again putting the value of C here, we get the equation log of P is equal to omega square r square upon 2K plus log of pi minus omega square a square upon 2K. Shifting this term to the left side, we get log P minus log pi. That will be log of P by pi. And combining these two terms and taking omega square upon 2K common, inside we have r square minus a square. Taking exponential on both sides, we get the value of P, which is given by pi into e raised to the power omega square into r square minus a square upon 2K. Let us put r is equal to 0 here. When r will be 0, we can see here this distance is r. When r will be 0, we get the value of pressure in this vertical arm, which is the pressure at the point O. So from here, by putting r is equal to 0, we get the value of pressure in the vertical arm, which is same as the pressure at the point O. So that is given by pi into exponential of minus omega square a square upon 2K. So we have obtained the value of pressure in the vertical arm. Now let us suppose h is the height of the water column in the vertical arm, which we have to find out. This is the height BC, which we have denoted by h. So this is the height of the water column in this vertical arm, and according to the problem we are to find the value of this h. Now at this point B, the value of pressure, that is atmospheric pressure, and the pressure due to this height h, that is rho gh. So we can say that the pressure of free surface of the water in the tube, that will be the difference of these two pressures, pi and the pressure rho gh. This is the pressure of the free surface of water in the tube, which will be same as the pressure at the point O, because the pressure in the vertical arm of the tube is uniform throughout. So equating the two values of pressure, the pressure at the point O, which we have obtained already, and this value of pressure pi minus rho gh. So from here, after simplification, we get the value of h in the required form. Now our next problem is a heavy gas at constant temperature. Whenever the temperature is constant, you can use Boyle's law. P is equal to K into rho. P will be the pressure and rho is the density of the gas. A heavy gas at constant temperature is confined in a vertical cylinder of height h. Rho naught is the density at the base. We are to find the mean density in this form, K into rho naught upon GH into 1 minus e raised to the power minus GH by K. So let us consider this is a cylinder, this is the base of the cylinder, and suppose at the height Z from the base here, the value of pressure is P and density of the gas is rho. We can write the differential equation of pressure, which is given by dP is equal to minus rho g dz, and pressure is given by Boyle's law, which is k into rho. Now, differentiating this equation, we get dp is equal to k into d rho. So, equating the two values of dp, we get k d rho is equal to minus rho g dz. Separating the variables and integrating, we get log of rho is equal to c minus g upon k into z. Now, to find the value of constant c, let us apply the given conditions. At the base of the cylinder, the density is rho naught. It means when z is 0, value of density rho, that is rho naught. Applying this condition in the previous equation, we get the value of constant c, which is given by log rho naught. Putting this value again in the same equation, we get log of rho is equal to log of rho naught minus gz by k. Shifting this term to left side, we get log of rho upon rho naught is equal to minus gz by k. Taking exponential on both sides, we get the value of rho, which is given by rho naught into e raised to the power minus gz by k. Now we are to find the mean density. By the formula for mean density is given by total mass upon total volume. Total mass, if we find the mass of an element from the cylinder, that is given by A into rho into dz. A is the area of cross section, rho is the density, and so integrating this expression between the limits 0 to h, we get the total mass, and total volume, that is given by integral 0 to h a dz. A will be cancelled from both, substituting the value of rho here, which we have obtained rho naught into e raised to the power minus gz by k. Rho naught is constant. In the denominator, we have h. After simplifying the integral, integrating this term, we have e raised to the power minus gz by k, and dividing by minus g by k. So finally, substituting these limits here, we have obtained the required mean density, which is given by k rho naught upon gh into 1 minus e raised to the power minus gh by k. So this gives us the required value of mean density.